Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and I'm just going to show you, as promised, how to do these little tag shaker cards. I think they're super cute, and this is the one I had last night that I had put too much glitter in there, but I took some of that out. So I think I've got the right amount in there now. I think they are absolutely adorable. Alright, so the first thing that I did was I cut me out a template. And this template is 4 1/8 from top to bottom. And it is 2 1/2 wide. And then, I mean, you know how to cut your corners off. I just laid my ruler there across it and just cut my corner, and then I just took that little piece, put it over to the other side, and made sure that this corner matched that one. Now, if you have a die cut that will do this, that's great. If you have, let's see, if you have a tag laying around that you can copy, that's great. You can cut these out on the Cricut if you want to, but I wanted to do these to show you how you can cut these out, do these without having to have a Cricut or a die cutting machine or anything like that. So I already have this one cut out. This is going to be my backing, the back part. And then I've cut this one on the outside, but I left this inside part. I just traced that, and I left it so that you can watch me cut that out. I'm going to lay it over here to the side so that I don't cut this mat. Well, I guess I could pull my mat up and let you see. I think you can see it. Okay. So I've got light pencil marks down through there, and you can use your ruler for this. I'm just going to freehand it. With one of these mats, it makes it pretty easy. There you go. So that is now cut out, and save this part. You can use that for punch outs or whatever. Let's lay some of this aside. Alright, so it's going to go together like that. I think that's going to be pretty. I wish I had some little music notes to put in there for the shaker part, but I don't think I have any. We'll check and see. Alright, now I want to do something. I want to stamp this little ivy to go on the outside of it. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that now before we get into putting everything together. I'm using my Misty. And all I'm going to do is, and I'm using just a scrap piece of paper. I'm just going to lay that down where I want it. And I will tell you a secret. It's not a secret, but I'll tell you a little bit of advice on these magnets. These magnets will crack and break, fall all to pieces if you bump them together too hard. I accidentally picked these up with the same hand yesterday and bumped them together, and mine are now cracked open. They do not replace these magnets, therefore we can't replace them. So just make sure that you keep your magnets far apart and that you're not bumping them together, because that's the pits. But I mean, they're still working. It's just that they're broken. Okay, so I'm going to ink this up with some Ivy ink. And this is archival ink. I'm not going to worry if it doesn't stamp a real good image, because I'm going to color this up anyway. Oh, that'll work. Well, I got one little place right there that I need. One little piece that I need stamped because I can't see it. Oh, I'm sorry, this is not Ivy, this is Olive archival ink. Okay, that's better. So we'll lay that aside. And now before I cut this out, and I do cut it out with my scissors, but before I cut this out, I'm going to color it up some. And I'm going to use a couple of my, these are Copic markers. This is BG99 Flagstone. It says Flagstone Blue, but I don't look like blue, does it? This one is G24 Willow. So I'm going to use a couple of these. And this one is really dark. So I'm just going to hit some of the dark areas that would be shaded. And this is not a Copic coloring tutorial because I am not wonderful at this. I just do what I like. It's probably not the correct way, but it's the way I like it. Now we are going to put some red on those berries in the center. Okay. Now we're ready to cut this out. Okay, so there's our holly all cut out. And now, don't worry about it if you can't get right up to the edge and you still got some white showing. Don't worry about that. Just take a marker, and you don't have to have Copics. You can use any marker. Even if you don't have the same color, you can use black to go around the edges. And just go around the edges. Make sure you're coming in from the back side in case your marker slips. And just color those white edges in. And it will finish it off, make it look like that you are perfect at cutting. So there you go. It's all filled in. I'm going to go ahead and touch the green marker just to those areas right in there. Making sure that we don't have any of the white showing. So there you go. It's all finished. Now, we're going to do a couple of things to this. We're going to use our, if I can find it, we're going to use our green Wink of Stella, and we're going to go over the leaves to put some glitter to them. And, you know, just kind of wait till it dries a little bit. Your Copics dry pretty quick because they're alcohol markers. Just kind of wait till it's dried and then go over. It will not hurt these markers. I've been doing this for a long time and mine are fine. So there you go. Hold that up, maybe you can see it. See the glitter. Let's see. There you go. Alright, and now we're going to do something a little bit different with those berries. I'm going to use my Nuvo glitter drops, and this is in Ruby Slippers. This is the closest to the red that I have, but it works. Now when you're doing these crystal drops, just go straight down into your paper. Don't put them too close together, because if you do, you may end up with a little glob there. Just tap it down, put on over how much you want, and then lift it up. And you'll have, let's see if I can get it in there again. See that? See the dimension on that? That's what you'll get. And these will dry in just a few minutes, and they will stay dimensional. You won't have that flattening out. Okay, let's go ahead and get this put together. Now, if you don't have any, let's see, where is my acetate? If you don't have any acetate like this, don't worry. Don't think that you can't do these. These come on your Cricut mats, and you can use these. Just save these, cut them up, and use them. This is acetate. That's all it is. Just a plastic. But this piece of acetate I cut at 2 inches by 3 3/4 inches. I'm going to use 1/8 inch score tape. Put it up close to the opening. Basically make these just like you would a shaker card. They're just a shaker tag. And then take your handy dandy everything tool. Take your acetate and just lay it down, making sure that you've got it, you know, doesn't have to be straight, but just make sure that you don't have any holes anywhere. Now you're going to take your double-sided tape, and I get this off of my big roll, and I cut it in half using my Tim Holtz scissors. That way I don't have to worry about it being too long, too wide, sorry. Okay, you just want to make sure that you've got all of your areas covered and that you don't have any openings big enough for your shaker parts to get out of, and I don't think I do. Now if you want to make this thicker so that you can put bigger shaker pieces in here, just double this up. This is about 1/8 of an inch thick, but this is fine with me. I don't need it any bigger than that. Let's see, what are we going to put in here? Let's put some, these are iridescent sequins, and then I'm also going to use just a few of the white ones. I don't want a lot because I don't want to cover up all of that in the background. So that should work. Okay, and before we put that down, I do want to put a little bit of glitter in here with my, this is a clear Wink of Stella, and all I'm going to do is just go over some areas. Okay, now you're just going to lay this down on top. And I can't get my head right over it, so hopefully we'll get it straight. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Okay, I did get it a little bit off, so all we're going to do is trim this right here. And then I'm going to go back over it with my marker. That's done. And now we need a hole up here so that we can put a little ribbon in there or something. So I'm gonna eyeball this about right there. That looks close. And I'm gonna use this brown ribbon. Just use whatever you have in your stash. If I can get this through. And I'm just going to pull it up like that, and then I'm going to use this baker's twine to just tie around that. Hopefully. She says. So I'm going to hold that down. And I'll tie a little bow with this. Again, hopefully, she says. You know me and bows. Oh, that was That's not so bad at all. Okay. And now we're going to trim these ends off. I'm going to trim that just a tiny bit, not much. And then I'm going to trim these at an angle. And then I'm going to light a fire, because I don't want these to fray, so I'm going to burn the ends just a tiny bit. Alright, and now we have our little ivy piece here, and we're going to put that right there, and we're going to put it up on some dimensional tape or pop dots. Let's put it on pop dots and make it a little bit. These pop dots are a little bit thicker than my dimensional tape. Okay, I want to put mine right there, just like that. And then I don't have a tiny Merry Christmas or anything like that, but if I did, just a small stamp, I would do a little stamp or a little banner or something on here. I don't have anything that's real small, but that would look really cute if you had a little banner right there that said Merry Christmas or something like that. But I'm just going to put a couple of pieces of bling on here, just to give it a little bit more dressing up. Okay. So there you go. It is finished. And you could keep decorating any way that you wanted. You could keep adding things to it. But I think these will look really pretty on some Christmas gifts, some that I'll be sending out to some different people. I think they'll look really cute. So that is it for this tutorial, guys, but I do have some very, very exciting news for you. Hope it'll be exciting for you. It's exciting for me. During the month of November, so this will be starting, what is today's the 29th, Monday's the 31st, so starting Tuesday, the first day of November, we will be starting a new series here on our YouTube channel, and it's called 31 Days of Thankfulness. We will do a video, it's called 30 Days of Thankfulness. There's 30 days in November. 30 Days of Thankfulness. We will do a video every day, and what we're going to do is, since we have so many comments from you guys of things that you want to see us do, things you want to see us make, products you want to see us use, that kind of thing, we're going to pull one of these out every day, and we're going to do a project. Now, I can't show you, I'm going to have to pull these out in advance so that I can prepare for the project. So I'm not going to be able to pull it out and show you this is who I'm going to do tomorrow. But I will show you when the video comes on. I'll show the name of, whose project I'm going to be doing and all that kind of thing. So you'll just have to kind of watch to see when yours pops up. Now, if you want your name in the bucket so that you can see your projects, done, or your tutorial done, or upcycle project, anything like that, a product that like this that you would like to see used and demoed in different ways to use it, just leave it in the comments below. We will add that to our little bucket, and we will get all of those done in November. Possibly. We're hoping to. Some days we may have to do 2, and that's okay if we do. Another thing is, at the end of every video in November, to show our thankfulness to you for subscribing to our channel and for being a loyal subscriber, watching, commenting, that kind of thing, we're going to have a special deal project. We're going to have a special deal item. So every day there will be an item that will be on sale, but you have to watch the video to the end to see what that item's going to be. We'll give a discount code, so you'll be able to go over to the shop and pick that up for, Who knows? 50% off we may do. 45% off, 40% off. I don't know. It'll depend on how cheap I can get some of the things that we're thinking about. So we've already got some of them in. Some of them are still coming. So make sure that you tune in to our videos and watch it to the end so that you can get that code, because I'm not going to post it anywhere. I'm going to say it. So if you can't get that code, that you're not going to be able to purchase that item at the discounted price. But that's our thankfulness to you. There are going to be lots and lots of products. Some of them will even be some of the products that we just got through using. Some of them, who knows, you know, a lot of the projects that we just used will be in the 30 Days of Thankfulness sales. So make sure that you tune in. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and we will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.